A very good evening and a warm welcome to all of you present over here. This is Akash. Along with me, we have Shannon joining all the way from Chicago. Thanks a lot, Shannon, for sharing your quality time with us. Now, we both would be finding the answer about how to start selling on Google Shopping Actions and further what are the advantages of using Google Shopping Actions. Also, we will be listing out few things important which would be required for Google Shopping Actions and also how CedCommerce would be helping you in onboarding with Google Shopping Actions. Also, listeners, for you, we have the live chat box option, which is available right on your screen. You can type in your queries over there, and we'll be entertaining the best queries in the last of the webinar. And guys, please, no off-topic questions would be entertained. So, Shannon, from here, I'll take a seat back, and the mic is all yours. Over to you, Shannon.
Okay, thanks, Akash, and thank you for having me today. I'm excited to talk about Google Shopping Actions, which is really Google's way of bringing transactable products across the web. So I'm going to share with you a bit more about what that means and how we're doing it. So our mission is to build delightful experiences that bring users, retailers, and manufacturers together throughout the shopping journey. You're probably most familiar with this today on Google when it comes to our organic listings. So trying to bring users, whatever answers they're looking for, and also our advertising options. So I'm assuming that some of you have probably tested or are running maybe text ads or our product listing ads, PLAs, that showcase products whenever a user is searching. And so shopping actions is sort of the next step in that journey and actually bringing the ability to fully transact on Google rather than just linking off to a different site. So Kash, if you go to the next slide.
Yeah.
So what does this actually look like? The first screenshot here is an example of a user who has added an item to their shopping cart. So you can see the cart there in the top right. And in this case, the user has added a smartwatch to their cart that's being offered from Target. And so if the user then goes into that cart, you can see, there's the smartwatch, the pricing, and you can actually just check out all with Google. The second screenshot there is a PDP, so the product details page. If you can go back, Akash, sorry. The second screenshot there. This is what our enriched PDP looks like. So we keep adding more and more information here, and this will continue to get richer over time. We can see different options, pricing, and then some of the key benefits being offered by the retailer on this page. And again, this is exactly where the user would add the item to their cart. It's after they make their selections.
Shannon, I think the slide is not visible to our viewers. Just give me a second on this. Just let me quickly have a check on this.
Yeah, no problem.
Just I'm having a look on this here. Okay. So just quickly. Okay, you can continue now, Shannon.
Okay, it's working?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, it's working for me, so hopefully.
Okay.
Okay, the third screenshot here just shows that we're working hard on personalization. We think that Google is really uniquely placed to deliver personalized recommendations because we know what users are browsing for, what they're researching, where they're looking for inspiration, and also items that they've been added to their cart all across Google properties. So personalization is a big play for us and an area that we will continue to refine, and it will continue to get better over time. You can see, I think on the bottom right there too, it also says trending on Google, which I think would be a unique value add that we can offer to users as well. Kind of what are the cool trending products of that time? Okay. And so you might ask, where are we live today? Where is this the transactable products being offered? Currently, we're live on 3 different Google properties. The first one is Google Search. So in the first example there, somebody searched for noise canceling headphones. The first headphone that you see there is the PLA, or the product listing ad. Oh. Is everything okay, Akash? I'm gonna wait. It looks like we're having some slide
Shannon,
issues.
you can move ahead. You can move ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So the first set of headphones. If you can go back, sorry,
Yeah.
Akash.
Sure. Sure.
Yeah. Here we go. Okay. So in the first screenshot, we're live on Google Search. So there's a product listing ad. That's the first option. And if a user clicked on that, they would be taken off to the merchant's website. The second option there has the little Google cart next to it. It's highlighted in yellow just for this example's sake. And if the user clicked on that option, that's the one that's being brought to you by Shopping Actions. If a user clicked on that, it would add those headphones to the Google Shopping cart. Again, that stays with you. It's a universal shopping cart that stays with the user across all the Google properties. And whenever they're ready, they can check out. It's essentially a way to drive that transaction without having to leave a Google property. The middle example is Google Shopping. This is, if you could go back,
Yeah. Sure.
um, this is the shopping tab that links directly off of google.com. And this is going through a full redesign. We just announced that the Google Shopping property will be going through a redesign, and you'll see a total facelift of that property. So it's going to be a good mix of Google Organic, Google paid ads, and Google transactable or Google Shopping's shopping listings, all within the Shopping tab. It will be very personalized, and this is going to be rolling out starting soon and throughout Q3. So this was announced at our Google Marketing Live conference just a couple weeks ago. We're excited about the changes that you'll see there. And then if you could go back again.
Okay.
No, sorry, Akash, back a couple slides, please.
Okay. Is this correct?
This one, yeah.
Okay.
And then the third property, so we're live on Google Search, on Google Shopping, and on the third property that we're live on is the Assistant. So today you could actually make your products available through Google Voice. A user today can actually say, okay, Google, buy toilet paper or buy paper towels, whatever the product may be. And we actually are allowing for transactable products to be surfaced on voice. So that's phones with the Assistant on it or Google Home hubs, etc. So a lot of customers are really interested in making products available on voice. Shopping Actions allows you to opt in without having to do anything extra. So that's where we're live today. This slide shows you where we're headed next. So we're testing right now very early pilot phases on Google Images. So Images is a place where a lot of users go for inspiration when they're looking for, what should I be buying? What are some cool tech gadgets or new summer outfits, for example? A lot of users will go to Images. And so this example here shows you that we'll soon be offering that little cart on some of the products on Google Images. And again, wherever that cart icon shows up, a user can add the product directly to their Google cart and check out. The other example here on the right is YouTube. This is the one I'm probably most excited about. We're soon going to be offering transactable products on YouTube. So imagine watching a video and you see a cool jacket or a pair of sneakers you're interested in, and the products would be listed below that video. You can add to cart and check out without ever stopping the video play on YouTube. I think this is going to be a really cool application, especially in like home and garden, health and beauty, and apparel. And this is in very, very early stage pilot right now, live on YouTube, and we'll be rolling this out throughout the year. So what are some of the benefits of opting into Shopping Actions? One of the first questions I often will get from retailers is, interesting, I like what you're doing, I get it, but I don't want to take a user off of my website. I've invested a lot in my own site. I'm not interested in them being transacted on a Google property. I want the user to come to my site. And I totally understand that. I get that. We hear that question a lot. So we've done a couple studies with MasterCard. Twice, actually, we ran the study to see who these merchants were. Were we basically taking users who were going to transact on a merchant site and instead, just replacing that on the Google site? And what we found was that in 68% of the times, the shoppers were actually net new to the merchant. So there are shoppers that would not have gone to your site and transacted anyway. So they're, nearly 70% of the time, they're net new shoppers. And for the shoppers that we did bring back that you've already worked with before, you already have some sort of relationship with them, when we see them on shopping actions, they're actually driving an incremental 10% more to your overall sales. So first, they're net new customers in most cases, and when they're not net new, we actually see that we're driving incremental sales from that existing customer. So hopefully that gives you some comfort that you're not just cannibalizing existing, shoppers or sales, but that we're actually driving net new sales to you. And the next slide. So we launched Shopping Actions April last year, and we've seen huge growth. We're now over 1,500 retailers and brands that are live on the platform, and we continue to add to this every single day. Hopefully, you'll be one of them. Somebody listening in today might be interested in joining us here in the near future. And right now, we're focused on adding additional retailers and brands to build out our assortment, particularly if you have good pricing and great delivery speeds. So we're starting to see a lot of duplicate products now coming on board. And so what we're really trying to focus on is incremental products. So assortment that's not already live with us. And then users, of course, are always looking for good pricing and great delivery speeds. So I think if you feel like you fit those kind of criteria, then we would be happy to work with you. And I think we just have a couple more pieces of information on kind of the benefits. So again, I mentioned about acquiring new customers and then of existing customers increasing your overall sales. Also wanted to mention that the branding. So Google is just being a facilitator here. We're not trying to steal anyone's customer. We're not producing products. We are elevating your brand. We're showcasing the brands very clearly. It will be very clear to the user that the transaction is being fulfilled by the specific merchant or brand. You're allowed to ship from your branded boxes. So hopefully a slightly different play than what you might be used to. Shopping Actions is really easy to implement, especially if you're working with CedCommerce. They've really ramped up quickly, have onboarded lots and lots of merchants in a very short amount of time. So the implementation is very smooth at this point. And then this is a cost per sale model. So it's a commission-based model, like other marketplaces you're probably used to. And the commission rates are very competitive. We know that we're new to this. We are really just looking to cover costs at this point. So the commission schedule, I think you'll find, is very competitive in the market. And then just a couple other merchant benefits. I think we've already covered a lot of these, but again, we're retailer first. You're allowed to bring your own branding to the platform. We are working to drive loyalty and easy reordering, that personalization I mentioned earlier. So if a user has added a product to their basket from a specific merchant, we will show additional products as kind of cross-sell or upsell to try to drive that basket size even higher. We'll try to remind users, hey, would you like to reorder this product from a specific merchant, since we know that the likelihood is high if we make it very easy for them. We do the heavy lifting on customer support. So we do cover the customer support. I get a lot of questions about how we handle returns. You actually just set up rules and tell us how you want us to handle returns, and you give us a name and contact info for any escalations beyond kind of the standard routine return policies. But Google customer service will handle that for you. Again, pay per sale commission model that I mentioned. Our commission rates are published publicly if you just do a search for Shopping Actions commission rates. And then we do have some early stage insights. These aren't as robust as we'd like them to be, so we'll continue to work on the reporting. But we do share sales performance, competitiveness, and then assortment opportunities in our merchant center, where you set up your business account and then where the reporting lives. And so with that, hopefully you're interested. You think, okay, this is kind of a cool idea. Google is probably uniquely placed in order to deliver on a promise like this, where we're taking products and making them transactable all across the web. It's not just a single destination that we're asking users to go, to really remove the friction from the shopping process and create kind of a more unique, just fully integrated shopping experience into places where users already are. And so with that, I will turn it back to Akash, who can tell you about the easy integration process that I mentioned before.
Okay, so that's a lot of information for our listeners, Shannon. Thanks a lot for the wonderful benefits which you just counted down. Well, guys, if you have any queries, please feel free to type in onto the live chat box. Also, I really apologize because you won't be able to view the screen, so I am really sorry on that behalf. But we would be arranging a new link for you, which will just have this particular slide so that you can have a more broader outlook about what Shannon explained so that you can understand that accordingly and it will benefit you in the future run. Now, moving ahead, we have learned a lot about Google Shopping Actions. Now, let's quickly move ahead about how CedCommerce would be helping you in automation of the complete process. But before starting that, I would like to give you a quick brief about how CedCommerce is. CedCommerce is basically not just a name, it's a feeling for all the 350 plus employees who are working day and night to revolutionize the complete e-commerce industry. We started this business in 2010, and since then, we have been developing actual marketplaces, smartphone applications, and everything around which e-commerce industry revolves. Now, moving ahead about how the basic integration works. Well, yes, that's the basic question that comes into the mind of every merchant who is sitting out there. Well, we have created a seamless integration with which you get your e-commerce store connected with Google Shopping Actions in no time. And trust me, this happens in no time. Now, also our integration works as a bridge or a connector, whatever you name it, between your e-commerce store. Now, your e-commerce store can be also a Shopify store, WooCommerce store, Magento store, any store, and we connect them directly to the Google Shopping Actions API. We transfer product critical data, inventory, prices, and that too in real time. For real-time price and inventory synchronization, we have webhook and the crons which are set up on server so that the changes which are made on client's end are also done on the Google Shopping Actions end. Well, like we say, more of selling and less of worrying. Now, the features of our integration, well, yes, that's the heart of our integration. Basically, we have listed out over here 6 features, and these are not just those 6 features which we have in our app. There are numerous features which are present in our app, but these are the best features which I personally like. So, starting with profiling. Well, basically, a profiling is like a feature with which you create a similar kind of a product into a similar kind of a profile. You place a similar kind of a product in a similar kind of a profile. Well, I'll give you an instance for this. Like, for an example, if you are selling on 3 different categories, one is electronics, second is footwear, and third is clothing. So, if you want to upload your product on electronics, you will have to map the category, map the attribute, and then get your product uploaded. Now, for uploading a product in footwear, you again have to do the same thing. Now, for doing the work on footwear section or for the clothing section, you will again have to map the category and the attributes again and again. So this is a very tedious process. Now, to overcome this, the R&D team which is sitting in CedCommerce has basically made a profiling section within which you can just create, it's a wizard kind of a thing wherein you can create a similar profile for a similar kind of a product and then get your product listed very easily. Moving ahead, we have the order management for real-time synchronization. Well, if there is any order on your merchant center and you miss that particular order, so not to worry, we have our webhook or crons which are currently set up on the server, and they bring the order details back into your Magento, Shopify, WooCommerce store, or even BigCommerce store. We get those details back into your store, e-commerce store, and from your store, you can enter your tracking ID, and we will be moving that tracking ID directly on the merchant center. Now, moving ahead about the fixed inventory, well, yes, this is for all those merchants who are a manufacturer or who are thinking to be a manufacturer in this particular field. Well, you can set a desired value for your particular inventory and be worryless about going out of stock. Well, honestly, I'll give you an example. Like if I have an iPhone and I am a manufacturer of iPhone, Apple wants to upload its product on Google Shopping Actions. So they have a particular product and they are not worried about the inventory of the product. All they just need is getting the order. So what we basically do is like you can set the inventory, then whenever any inventory gets updated on Google Shopping Actions, we again revoke that inventory automatically with the help of the code which we have written. So this comes under the feature of fixed inventory. Talking about pricing management, well, yes, you can now make the changes on your pricing, and you can get the pricing updated with the help of increased or decreased price with the help of fixed percentage or even of the value of your choice. Well, I'll give you an example. Like, you can now change the value of the particular product. Like, if I'm selling a pen of $10 on my Shopify store, and I want that particular pen to be sold on Google Shopping Actions at $15. So what I'll do is, like, I'll just go into the configuration section and I'll enter increase by value of $5, and then whenever the product is uploaded, it will be uploaded with an incremented of a fixed price of $5. Now, talking of custom ID, well, yes, you can set the desired custom ID in the particular format for each of the product and also for its variations. This is also a very important feature of our integration. Now, at the last but not the least, the most heart of our integration is product and inventory management. Now, let's say if you have 1,000 or 10,000 products on your store, e-commerce store, and you want all of them to be uploaded on Google Shopping Actions. So what we have basically done is we provide a bulk upload feature so that you can upload all the products in one click. Moreover, moreover, if you have any inventory change or any price change in your particular e-commerce stores, then we have the webhooks, we have the crons which are set up on the server. They track the changes and they get them updated on particular Google Shopping Actions account. Now, talking about how CedCommerce can help, well, yes, we provide complete assistance in getting onboarded on Google Shopping Actions. Like, if you want to sell on Google Shopping Actions and you're not able to get an account, then we provide complete assistance on through that. Also, we have a 24/7 support team, and trust me, we are present round the clock to help you guys for whatever queries you are having. Moving ahead, we also provide assistance in creating custom campaigns. Like, if you want to advertise on Google Shopping Actions, so we also provide help in creating those campaigns. Further, we help you so that you do not get the policies voided, and you understand the policies well and your account doesn't get blocked. So we provide assistance in that too. Now, also the important feature which comes over here is like generating store banners and logos. These are the two mandatory things which are required for any product, which for any particular merchant who started to sell on Google Shopping Actions. They need a store banner and a logo. So we provide them complete assistance to create store banners and logo for your store on Google Shopping Actions. Now, talking about the frameworks, well, we are currently present on Shopify, WooCommerce, Magento, and BigCommerce. But in case if you are wondering that why not 3D Cart, or why not Volution, or why not OpenCart, PrestaShop, or any other framework is not listed over here, well, not to worry, guys. You just need to let us know about the particular framework in which you want the integration to be built, and we can get the integration built accordingly. Moreover, if you want, you can mail us at support@cedcommerce.com. You can you can just write down your queries on this particular mail address, which is support@cedcommerce.com, and we'll get back to you on that particular link. Well, for the sign up link, like, I have already pasted the link in the live chat box. You can just click on that link, start chatting with our support executive. They will give you all the answers, whatever you want. Or also, if you want, you can contact us at support@cedcommerce.com and drive in your queries over there, and we'll be assisting you on that. Now, moving ahead with the question answer session. Well, we have several sellers who were on the live chat. Well, initially, I'm really sorry about the mishappening which happened about the slide not getting shared. Uh, well, Shannon, are you there?
I am, yeah.
Yeah, I just got a query from the Facebook chat. Like, there was a merchant who is in UK. He wants to be onboarded on Google Shopping Actions. So can he be listed on Google Shopping Actions as a merchant?
Yeah, great question. We're currently only supporting US based entities. So you have to have a US registered business account or business. And we also are live now in France. But we are not accepting UK-based business entities.
Okay.
If they do have, a US or French-based business entity, then we could work with them.
Okay. What other countries are we currently supporting with Google Shopping Actions?
So US, France, and then we're also just dipping our toe in the water with some Chinese-based companies that sell into the US.
Okay.
So we should be launching additional countries next year, but at that point, or just at this point, we're quite limited.
Okay, that's perfect. That's perfect for our sellers, and How about Canada? Like I just got a query from Yu. He's a merchant over here. He is asking about he's a merchant in Canada. So can he list his product on Google Shopping Actions? Can he get a merchant account?
Only if he has a US business entity as well.
Okay, so let's keep it simple. Like if a particular merchant is living in Canada and he has a business entity, he has a business account in US, he has a warehouse in US. So can he list his product on Google Shopping Actions?
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. You just have to have a registered business address in the
Okay.
US.
Okay, that's pretty much clear. That's pretty much clear. Okay, thanks a lot for this question. Is there any other question which you want to be entertained with, guys? I'm just waiting on over here. Uh,
Yeah, and I'm sorry, guys. I saw after I did my section, I saw that it looks like there was more technical issues than I realized. So if anybody has any questions about the beginning section or you didn't couldn't follow along, let me know. I'm happy to cover anything again.
yeah, sure. We'll just hold on over here. Guys, are you having any questions? Type on your questions. We are waiting over here to get them answered. Okay. Okay, we do not have any questions as of now, so I think we should call it off. What say, Shannon?
Yeah, sounds good. Well, thank you guys for attending and listening in. And Akash, if you get any additional questions you can't answer, feel free to send them my way, and I'm happy to jump in.
Sure, it was a wonderful time with all of you listeners. We really apologize for the mishappening which happened today. Thanks a lot, Shannon, for joining and guiding us about how can we start to sell with Google Shopping Actions. I hope you have a great day ahead. Keep smiling, keep growing like always. Lots of love.
Thanks so much.
Thank you. Okay, Shannon, I've just